Welcome back to Carman Conversations, and on this season we're now about to start episode 4, which is about everything to do with marketing and our marketing approach and what makes it a little bit different to others. And I'm joined once again by Rach.
Hello.
Let's do it.
Right, so it's no secret that Astley Mazda is pushing the boundaries when it comes to marketing, especially in the automotive industry.
Yes.
So tell me a bit about the marketing vision that we have here.
Well, it's come a long way, the marketing vision, and as the automotive industry has evolved, everything else has evolved with it. And you go back to the way we used to advertise, and I'd negotiate with Channel 9 of how much we'd spend on TV per year, and the Courier Mail and the local paper, the Trading Post, the radio stations and multiple ones, and it was your generic advertising. You buy a Mazda 323 Protege from 19,990. This month we have a Shades package available, whatever it might have been. And fair to say, it was pretty boring. It was pretty boring, and that's what everyone did. That's what everyone did in automotive. They advertised the same on the radio and they advertised the same on the TV, and then you'd read the paper and believe it or not, it was the same. And it was consistent, the approach, but it was just the same. And again, we break down to what we spoke about in earlier episodes, is how do you create that point of difference? What makes you different from the other dealerships? And it was going back a fair period of time now, and I can't take the credit for it. I was pushed from a very creative marketing team around, we need to go out a little bit outside of the boundaries and start doing some things. I know we have these really good meetings, and they're motivational, the meetings, should we talk about real life and some of the current trends, and then we started talking out loud around, oh geez, that'd be fun to actually do that. We could make this, and well, let's actually do it, and so we changed our approach a little bit and decided to definitely take it away from the cars, and make it a little bit quirky and cutting edge. And again, what this involved was the community. It involved your staff that had a massive play in it, but what it really delivered was our culture, and our culture within the dealership. And people would say, well, hang on, these guys, they're selling the same product as what everyone else is, but they do it a different way because they're selling their dealership, they're selling the people, they're selling their personality, and you know what? It looks bloody fun to be part of. I want to go and see it, and that's how it all started. There's been TikToks, and there's been some shenanigans, you could say, over the years. I never thought I'd have to dress up as so many different characters and be rapping songs and all the rest of it. But it's something that became a standard thing for us, and it's something that fell into our vision of what we wanted, and we broke down to campaigns. And again, it probably was a two-edged sword for me, because you didn't want to make it about cars, which is fine because we never do that within the staff. But then I wanted to take that a little bit further and say, hang on, I'll show you how much we want to make it different. This is what we're going to go and do. And I guess a lot of people would say, how do you get your staff to do that? I'm like, well, I don't have to threaten them or tell them. They want to do it, I say, we've got filming coming up, who's in? And, everyone puts their hand up because everyone's committed. And again, this goes back to the journey we're on. So, credit to the marketing team that really had a really good vision in how we could work and how we could align, and I guess it's back credit to relationship, I guess, and this is what makes it so important, and this is goes back to the car selling. It wasn't about selling a media package. It wasn't about you spend this much on radio and this much on TV. It was about, hang on, I want to get to understand your dealership. What are you trying to achieve? What does the vision look like? And I guess with the transparency around what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to get, it just worked hand in hand. It became a natural thing, and it's not hard to do. It's not as if you sit down at night time going, hang on, I've got to come up with this quirky plan. It's a day-to-day of what's trending and what we're doing, and how we think that we can get some throughput. And I'm blessed to be surrounded with some really good people, and I've got some great ambassadors that have been part of this journey as well, which opened up to a whole different network, and they have jumped on board with this marketing approach. And again, you look at it now and look at the way you advertise and market now as opposed to what you did 10, 5, 15 years ago. Crazy, and you look at the money that I spend on TV now, or in the paper, or on different platforms that don't exist, as opposed to where they're at now. So it's, again, when you break that down, it's about the people, and it's what the people want to see, and it's taking away that straight boring car sales of I want to get the best price and the best deal, and it's not about that. You want to be able to promote the brand and the cars, and it becomes about lifestyle and it becomes about relationship, and it comes about breaking down the stigma of that whole, oh no, it's just a terrible place to go and be. It's not. It's a lot of fun, and it's very community driven. It's very customer focused, and about the people. So it's been great. It's been a great journey and very enjoyable, and we've got some great throughput from it. So it's been good.
Yeah, definitely. So I feel what it all comes down to for you is really just aligning with the right people, whether it be a marketing team or ambassadors. Some may not know that, we hold weekly marketing meetings and we're in the dealership just as much as you are. So we understand what's happening, and then we can apply our skills to get the best throughput for you.
Yep, so important. So you go back, and you're right on the money. You go back to the previous episode and we talked about what the winning formula is and its game plan. And you need to know what the game plan is, and you need to be transparent, and you need to be talking about the journey and what your end goal is. And to be able to have that conversation and then have a vision on that, you need to be transparent. And to be transparent, you need to have people that are actually invested in that. And again, what's delivered out of a culture through Aspley Mazda is that just doesn't exist in certain pockets. That's across the board. So for the marketing team to come in and be able to experience that and feel that and go, hang on, I actually feel like I'm on this journey with you guys. It's not about a job. It's no longer about, hang on, well, this is what we've got to get, and we've got to do this month, and we've got to tick off this, and we've done that. It's never been about that. It's been about how do we get the best throughput. And it's easy because we understand your vision, and you made that really, really clear. I'm going to use my expertise to help you to deliver that. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a great journey, and I think it's only going to get better. And again, if you're stuck back in your ways of the way we used to market, and you still sold cars the way you did back then as well, you wouldn't be going very well. And I think this goes back to what I've talked about in previous episodes on the podcast, is that the market moves, and it moves quickly, and you've got to move with that market. And if you're not prepared to move with it, you'll get left behind. Mm-hmm. In today's day and age, the market moves really quick with trends, with fads, and different platforms to get reach. And you've got to be across it. And to be across it, you need to be invested. And to be invested, you need to be deep into that business. What helps is when everyone's on that same page, and I think that's what I've got. So it's, to me, a winning formula that works really well. I wouldn't change it.
Definitely. So there's been a few quirky videos that we've done across the years. Do you have a favourite?
Oh, I've enjoyed them all. They've all had their differences. Some of them I've looked at and gone, whew.
It's been a journey.
That's a bit out there, but I think my favourite would have to be the most recent one I've just done. I think
which will be out now when this goes live.
Yeah, which is out now. Which is Did Somebody Say? And the rest of it you'll get to see. So you'll probably be right amongst it right now. But it was really based around a collection of personality, and how do we drive that all together by getting some big personalities in one group together. And when we first talked about the concept, there was a little bit of, okay, well, all right, yes, I can make this work, and some very, very creative script writing and some very energetic attendees to the shoot. And I think to me that one's been my favourite.
It has been some fun.
It's been a really good one, and to me. But there's been some crackers. There's been some absolute crackers. The one of the first ones, Old Town Road. That was a bit of a doozy back in its time. That was one. That's kind of
where it all started. The first viral video.
It was
of Aspley Mazda.
That one went viral, and and then we've had some pretty good TikTok campaigns that have gone super viral. So yeah, it's been a journey. But like I said, there's more to come. So
that's it.
Stay tuned.
I feel like there's a common trend around all of the marketing that Aspley Mazda does, and it's about being disruptive, because you don't want to be the same as everyone else. You want to stand out, and especially with the viral TikTok videos, the commentary wasn't always positive, but at the end of the day, they're talking about you. They're not talking about anyone else. So that's what's important, and we got some really great traction on that. I think the the Sunrise segment about Ashley Mazza was one for the books. Like, you don't see that every day.
No, to go on Sunrise was good, you know, and I've seen all the little snippets where we've gone, you know, we're in some media experts in the UK were talking about us.
Yes.
Used examples of good and bad advertising, and like you said, the comments weren't all the greatest. And, you know, and still to that day that I was amazed by some people actually thought we were trying to create good TikToks.
Being serious.
It wasn't the case, you know. We weren't trying. It was they missed the point there. It was to be that point of difference, and to show that we're more than just a car dealership that sells cars, you know. And I think that's really important when we go back to the cars community culture. That typifies who we are. You know, be prepared to go outside of the box and do some different things and show that we can have a good time, some good fun, and not make it all based around just cars.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I feel, yes, you know, there's a lot of quirky videos that we do, but at the same time, we offer an extension of customer service online, and we treat the digital media world just as we would with a customer coming through the door, and we really just want to make it as easy as possible for a customer to reach out to us and get an answer that they don't have.
So important, and I think that you're right there. It's gone are the days of working 8 till 6. You know, you can only get the information between when they're open, and we're 24/7. You know, and I got told a long time ago that your website needs to be an excellent extension of your actual dealership, and it needs to replicate what your dealership does in personality, and so do your social media platforms need to do the same thing. And we encourage that way of communication, and our communication is very, very timely response time. You know, and it's interactive for those people that can't be here between 8 and 6, and the people that want some information or some advice or just a conversation around anything. I really, really encourage that. And that's what, again, does create that point of difference. And, you know, sometimes you think, you know, you want a bit of information about something, and you Google it, and you see their opening times, and you think you can only contact them between, like, 7 and 3, like, I need to know stuff now, you know, like it's amazing how some people haven't moved with that, you know, to be able to be interactive and talk about it. But it's quite common, you know, and I think to do that and be interactive, again, you need to be invested, and you need to be surrounded by the right people that are prepared to do that and go on that journey. And that's what we are. I breathe this stuff. I'm very passionate about it. It's all day, every day, you know, so it doesn't stop. And we're there, and we provide every platform we possibly can to get the best reach we can at the same time and deliver the best content we can.
Definitely, yes. And I guess it always just goes back to the people, because people buy from people. So what we're trying to do is put the team, their faces out there, so that when they walk through the doors, they feel like they already know you, they feel like they already know the team on the floor. So it's kind of breaking down that barrier to entry.
And that's what it's about. Again, you're right, about the people. It all comes back to the same thing. It's about the people. And how can you break down that I suppose, that first introduction? You're already seeing it. You can see what they look like, you can see what we're about, you get the feel of the dealership, you get the feel of the vibe of the person, and you can pick up on that straight away. And all of a sudden, if you're a little bit engaged, or you're a bit intrigued, and you find yourself watching more and more, that's how it all starts, you know. And we want to be able to create that platform for you to see that, and to express some interest. And that's how it all starts, because you're right, it's a people game, and people buy from people, you know. And I think this is the best possible platform, and something that I got taught from you guys around the marketing approach is that you need to reach the people, you know. And the way I got brought up and brought into the dealership was a little bit different, you know. It was traditional advertising, very traditional advertising, you know. So it's been a journey for all of us. And again, what I'm so thankful, again, of being surrounded by the right people and being subject to change, and being able to move with the market and know what best suits and what will get the best delivery. So it's been a great one. Very, very enjoyable, and for the future, I guess there's some even better things coming up, and there's the pipeline's full of some good energy and some really good vibes. So if you want to hear a little bit more or follow the journey and find out a little bit more of the quirky stuff, follow the links in the description below.